How you doing? Who I am is not important, but what I have to ask you is important. Or at least it should be to you, or to anybody else that's watching this. Or maybe it shouldn't. Is it? Does it really matter? That's not the question, but it is something to think about before I ask this question. Today is the final exam of everything that I've taught up to this point. I have covered and reviewed the 5 major healths of life, as well as 2 sub-videos specifically discussing sexual education and communication to get a better idea and understanding of the layers of objective factual information, as well as the layers of communication in terms of how one processes information, how they interpret information, what information is being interpreted, whether it's factual or subjective, whether it's spiritual or beliefs, whether their personality alters, whether their personality is the basis of what they answer. Every single video that I've discussed up to this point in time has a major importance in this final exam. In this one question with its own sub-questions that could be asked from that one question. It's one question that may seem easy, may seem very basic, may seem very simplistic, but in the long terms, in the long run, how easy really is it to answer? How really simplistic is it to get it across? How really simplistic is it to apply by? And the question is this. Who are you? No. Who are you really? As a person, as an individual, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with yourself? What do you have in mind? What do you have planned? What do you have that nobody else has? What do you have to make yourself stand out? What do you have to make yourself you? Because who you are is the biggest reason as to why you're here, is it not? Because into the eyes of you, or maybe to the eyes of other people, you are just a nameless face in a society of a bunch of people. Or maybe you're one of the most talented people on the internet. Maybe you're a celeb. Maybe you're an underdog. Maybe you're an underachiever. Maybe you're an overachiever. Who are you really? And with everything that I've taught you up to this point, all the objective factual information, all the various different subjective opinions that people may possibly have, all the diversity that people may interpret, all the various different communication skills, all the various different ways to process information. How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you go around living your life? How do you go around making decisions? How do you go understanding things? How do you go learning things? How do you do it? What makes you you? And there's many answers you can give. You can give me a spiritual answer based on who you believe you are, based on your identity, your perspective of it. Or maybe you can just give the basic answer of, well, you're just a human being, an organism in a sea of organisms. Whichever answer you give me doesn't truly matter to me. It matters to you. Whether you like it or not, whether you really do care or not. Maybe you don't care about your life. Maybe you do care about your life. Maybe you care about others more than you. Maybe you care about yourself more than others. But it's the uniqueness to you that makes you you. It's the perspective of you that makes you the main character of your world. You may not be the main character of the world, or maybe you are. Maybe you are the most important person in the world that everyone should look up to. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just another person walking around the streets and you have accepted that. Or maybe you haven't accepted that. Maybe not. Maybe so. You see, we think we know every option to that question, every answer to that question. We think we know everything about life that needs to be known, every objective factual information. We think we know every subjective opinion that can be made, every different concept, every different perspective, every different interpretation. But you have to find the way to make that your own. You have to find a way to make what is real, what is here, what is factual, what is actually existing, and combine it with your own concepts, with your own beliefs, with your own day-to-day, with your own choices. And the biggest question is not, how can you do it? The biggest question asked is, how do you do it? The answer may be the same as some people, but likely going to be different from everyone. Everyone is going to have a different answer to that question. It'd be impossible for the entire world to answer the same question. Or maybe it is possible. Maybe there is an agreement somewhere that everyone can say and everyone can agree on. But really, is it? There's no way of knowing. There's no way of really telling. There's no way of truly being able to know for certainty. Because life doesn't have 100% guarantees. But neither do choices. Life is all about risks, but so are choices. What is truly guaranteed? We don't know. But that's what makes life what it is. That's what makes this world what it is. That's what makes society what it is. That's what makes us as people what we are. The unknown defines us. The unknown defines the known. Religions are defined by the unknown. Scientific discoveries are defined by the unknown. We never know. We don't truly know. Will we ever know? Maybe, maybe not. That is what makes the unknown unknown. You see, you're living in a single life defined by choices, defined by the choices and decisions that you make throughout it. But those choices are also defined by the life that makes them. And they all lead to the same exit, the same ending, the same finale, death. See, death is unbiased. Death doesn't care who you are. Death doesn't know who you are. Maybe death does. Maybe he doesn't. Who's to say? But death comes by, and once it happens, it happens. Is there an afterlife? We don't know. Is it just a void? We don't know. Death is just death. Every person dies. Every living thing dies. It is the true one thing that we all face. The true one obstacle that everyone can't avoid. Or can we? Maybe in the future we can create the ability to make us immortal, have cells, stem cells that process and that will constantly keep us going. As long as our bodies are functioning, we can stay alive. But then what will have to happen? Then overpopulation will become a thing. And then how will you deal with overpopulation when everything and everyone is everywhere at every time? Eventually someone will have to make a compromise. Or do they have to? Is there a way around it? Will there ever be a way around it? We don't know. The unknown is the unknown, and the only person that knows the unknown is death itself. Whether it is a spiritual entity, or whether it is just the basic reality of everything, doesn't truly matter, because we all face it. We all go through it, and you will too, just as well as me, just as well as anybody else. And you can choose to accept that, or you can choose to keep fighting. Those who cling to life die, and those who cling to death live. Or is that the truth? Is that the reality? Is that a confirmation? We don't know. The unknown is the unknown for a reason. And how you handle the unknown, how you handle reality, how you handle death makes you you. It's what makes your life your life. It's what makes those choices matter. It's what makes that life of yours matter. Or does it? Because there is no guarantee on that. That's just a risk you're going to have to take. One that we all have to take, whether we like it or not. And if we fail to do so, is failing the right thing to do? Or is succeeding the right thing to do? Because succeeding and failing lead to the same results too. When you succeed at something, then you would have to achieve another goal, which you would have to fail at. When you fail at something, you have to keep going until you succeed. And then what? Is there another goal for you? Is there another goal planned out? Is there another purpose to keep going? Or should it all just end now? That's a choice that you don't have to make, but you absolutely could. And it's not one that I'm going to influence on you, as I have no say. I have no choice in anything you had to make, anything you had to listen to up to this point. And that was the point of this whole thing. An unbiased man tells you everything factual and every possibility of subjective to allow you to truly understand. To understand what is real, what is here, what is physical, as well as what can be, or what can be interpreted, or what can be made up. And with that, you can make the true reality of what your life is like. You can make the true choices of what your life is like. And is that a helpful hand or a harmful hand for you? It doesn't really matter. Whether I was here to help or whether I was here to harm never mattered, because who I am was never important. Everything that I had to say was important, because everything I had to say was what it is. And it didn't matter if another face told it. It didn't matter if an AI robot told it, because it is still the reality. Because what is life without a choice to make? What is choice without a life to make it? Do you truly know, or will you ever truly know? And that's what makes it complex. See, we made complexity out of simplicity. We take what we see, what we hear, what we interpret, and we come up with our own concepts to give it a more complex meaning. Every word that comes out of our mouth, we've created into a language. Every sound that we hear, we've given a name. Everything that we see, we've given a name. Everything that we can taste, everything that we can smell, we've given a name. So what does it all mean? What's all of its purpose? The big question of what is the meaning of life? Not even anybody could answer it. Not even an AI robot could answer it. Not even you could answer it. Not even I could answer it. Not even anybody else can answer it. Because it is unknown and there is no 100% guarantees. And with that knowledge, you have to do what you have to do. Do you know what you have to do? I'll leave you to that. This has been quite the experience, I hope, or maybe I don't. Will you ever know? Because I could say one thing, but mean another. Communication is like that, isn't it? All I'll say to you is that I hope you can figure it out. And you will never know if I truly do hope. And that's what makes it interesting for both of us, doesn't it?